I'm very excited that I managed to get this Lego Animal Crossing set, well, a few days early. Officially, it's releasing this Friday, but most of the shops already put them on shelves. I'm a fan of the game. I have over 1,000 hours of gameplay, so can't wait to build this Nook's, Cranny, and Rosie's house, and got Tom Nook here. So we're gonna start building today. It's not a big set, but there's lots of small pieces. Hopefully, I can finish building this tonight and then get the detailed look of the set up tomorrow. But we'll see. It's quite a few bags, so but that not that many, and surprisingly there are no stickers. And of course, I'm gonna put the box on the side and then start from bag one for obvious reasons. Actually, there's 7 bags. Didn't expecting having 7 bags though. But yeah, very excited and happy to get this set because they actually announced it like last year, and from that point it's like no way they actually making the Animal Crossing set and using minifigure style as well rather than some other style like Lego Mario. I mean, Lego Mario is not bad at all. My toddlers love it, but again, as a fan of minifigure, you always want to have sets that fit a minifigure. So here we are. We start building a set. It's quite unique, although from the picture it's quite small, but have to finish the build to see how it looks. Still can't believe that it's actually happened because it previously I only started playing the Animal Crossing New Horizon from Switch. Previously I haven't played any of them just because one of the friends kind of recommended me, and then my wife started playing the game, and then I started playing the game and just got hooked. It doesn't have much like adventure or story objective, but somehow it's just really cozy, I guess. Somehow you just get hooked to build a town and stuff. So we start from building Rosie's house, I think. I wish I would start from Nook's Cranny. And surprisingly, the pricing of the sets are not that high. For example, this set, without any discount, it's only 130 New Zealand dollars. Consider this a licensed set, and so many printed pieces, right? It's actually unbelievable pricing, to be honest. Given given that some of the set like from Harry Potter or Star Wars or even Marvel, having ridiculous like pricing, that sometimes you know you really don't understand. Like one one thing that is obvious is because of the license fee. But if you look at some of the Super Mario sets compared to Animal Crossing, they're both from Nintendo, right? It's like the gap is still there, so it's quite interesting. And not just being minifigure, but all the characters having this molded head. Like this is just crazy to have this set at just 130 New Zealand dollars. And of course, I managed to get some discount off it, and that makes it even a better deal. Somehow they ask you to put on a ribbon, but all the packaging, even the picture here doesn't have the ribbon, so maybe I should not put the ribbon because I think Rosie looks better without the ribbon. So I just leave it there for now, and then start building one of the orange trees. So they kind of use the base plate that commonly used in the Super Mario theme. It's actually, believe it or not, like this plate. If you want to display minifigures, this is actually a pretty good piece or element for you to have if you don't have big city layout or have enormous space for you to display all your Lego collection, and you're like a uh, minifigure fan like me. These are really good. Like, to be honest, I don't mind buying multiple of this piece because it's actually very useful. And if there's a new tree trunk piece, I think it's going to be very useful as well um, in other upcoming Lego sets or Lego themes. And yeah, this is great so far. I mean, I only started a few steps. I shouldn't like comment. It's great. It's just that excitement. So yeah, right now, if I kind of provide my feedback while I'm building it, probably the excitement will take over and not giving a fair opinion of the set. So I think even after building it, I might still have a biased opinion. Having said that, to stay tuned because I think you know the in-depth look will be a very good video, maybe on par with the Chinese New Year set that the video that I make. So hopefully, uh, you all stay tuned and wait for that video to come out. And those video, usually it's not that long, so rather than just watching me building the set, and it's a very interesting way to build the trees. When it first announced, it's like, oh, they should have much more realistic tree, but they opt to have this brick build style, which kind of, you know, looks more in terms of the shapes, um, more closer to what you see in the game. Even though the game have a lot more texture, but again, if you look at overall the theme, this is not targeting. Well, I guess because the age group of playing Animal Crossing is really wide. Like if they could go like the upcoming D&D sets, um, and they opt to the details or 18 plus style, then it will put off lots of younger kids. Um, and that's interesting to have a tree trunk hidden inside the tree. These are the things that when you look at those pictures when it first announced that you don't get to notice until you actually start building a set. So this is pretty cool so far. But yeah, I understand how it looks, and the shape itself, um, looks very close to what you see in the game. So that's fine, and you just like click on top so you can actually remove it, and then it's like you're shaking the tree, and then the tree branch will just um fell out, just like the game. And here is an orange tree. So you do have like apple and cherry. What are the other? Peach. Actually, they can actually do peach because they introduced the peach new peach piece from those Monkey Kids and Chinese New Year set. So actually, they might like it's possible for them to have all the variation of plants from the game. And I'm pretty sure this won't be the only wave in this theme, and especially, uh, I think this theme will sell pretty well because it's a like very popular um, license and or well popular IP, and the pricing is really competitive. I wouldn't say like extremely cheap, right? There's smaller sets that are really cheap, but even like big set like this is kind of very reasonable pricing. So definitely, it will sell way better than um, the Super Mario stuff. And yeah, there will be lots of adult and kids wanting these. And unfortunately, I couldn't get hold of the polybag yet. That polybag has a very popular villager, and you know, and because it's a polybag, you can only get it from Lego stores and such, um, which they usually get stock, very low level stock in New Zealand, and I really don't want to pay double price just to get the poly bag, but it has a very popular villager, so I do want that poly bag. So let's see um whether I can get one of those. And I did bought all the other sets from this place, but I didn't bought from the same store. Kind of bought from various place just to get some good deals around it. And so far I have this one and the one with the island, and then a couple of them like on its way. So there will be a few Animal Crossing video in the next few weeks. Hopefully, you're a fan of the game, and if the rumors are true, we're also getting Legend of Zelda. So it's like, um, given that I don't play that much video game nowadays. I used to. So you know right now, the game that I still play is Legend of Zelda and Animal Crossing. So it's like two of my favorite games getting Lego sets, and that's pretty crazy. But I'm pretty sure the Legend of Zelda set will not have such friendly pricing as this one, because obviously the target audience is slightly different. It will be a more mature audience, so the assumption is have better spending power. But yeah, this is really, I'm really happy and excited so far. As while it's being small and it's not like module level building or create the expert level complexity, but there's some nice small details. Not being biased, but there are things that they probably could have improved, but because Lego said they still kind of work with a budget, right? So there are a couple more things that, hey, maybe they could have introduced a new mode or new print. Given one of the uh, fun part of Animal Crossing is all the small things, all the things that you can buy, all the clothes, um, all the other furniture stuff that you can get within the game. I doubt that they Lego will go that far, but in terms of some of the structure and setup and the minifigures, this is really good so far. Uh, I think because this one is the first one, so lots of things are quite fresh. Um, I'm pretty sure in the other set that have a house, because of how it's designed. Why the house have different colors and slightly different texture, but then overall the build will be very similar. So I think starting with this one might be a little bit unfair to the other thing that I haven't yet built, because the freshness, it's gonna be different. Uh, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. But so far everything you know seems not seems but actually very good so far. Um, yeah, and we're about to what? So there's just one one plain grass plate, and then we're moving on to the next bag. I'm a bit surprised. There are actually quite a few interesting spare pieces. Lately, there's some interesting piece they give you spare. For example, like poles like this. They usually get you smaller poles, but this is kind of big one. Usually you don't get such big piece, and also the half round tile that often also come with like one or two spare. So that also a nice change, I would say. But yeah, the only thing that I'm a bit disappointed is I still haven't get any set with the new paper bag. I wonder when in New Zealand actually get those. As you know, like there are different packing facility across the globe. So depending on your region, then you actually get sets from different distribution or packing centers. For us in Asia Pacific, we typically get the ones from China, and I think the Europe one starting to get more the paper bag. So we'll see what happens. Oh, and I think this is a new element. It's very interesting. Anyway, so we've got um, the base. I think as a fan, um, so far I'm already very satisfied. Uh, but I guess if you're really keen on building much more advanced Lego, that I don't think one set would be enough, because you probably want to get more elements so you can actually build a house that you can close up, and probably with a little bit more interior details, a bit more space for you to change the interior layout. Then that would be a true collector editions of Animal Crossing sets. But again, they're not targeting. Well, obviously they see there's a market for adults, but it's not purely a adult oriented set. Hence, this is the direction that they went, and I think it's a good direction because as we know, life is a little bit tough across the globe for everyone. So um, even for lucky few like us that could still have some spending power on hobbies, but compared to previous years, of course, that spending power decreased significantly. So having said that are much more affordable is actually a good thing. um, because there are a lot more um, bigger set that currently just unaffordable for me. And there's another new element. I think I haven't seen this element before. Maybe they have appeared in Super Mario's or something like that. But at least for me, this is first time I have such element on a set. And just again looking at the surface area, it's actually quite like have quite a bit of depth. Not just looking at the packaging, it's like often you feel like, oh yeah, it's quite shallow, but actually no, it's actually pretty spacious if you ask me. Um, so it'll be interesting to see what the finished product looks like, and it's not a set that gonna take that much time to build. Um, I think most of um, the situation where it takes some time would be me not being fully focused on trying to get this built, and how they're having the round edges of the house. This is also really nice. So it's very interesting. It feels like if you've been building Star Wars or Lego City, and then suddenly Lego friends just up the game and having very interesting structure. This kind of feel the similar. It's not like Lego Friends, but then because of the uniqueness of the buildings that you see in the game, so that's why it kind of translate that um, into Lego set very well. I think this kind of top. I probably will be repeating a little bit during the in-depth look because these are some of the key thing that should talk about this thing in general. But I feel like rather than having lots of conversation about other things in life, at this particular moment, my mind is just fully focusing on like Animal Crossing, not necessarily the just the Lego set. But anyway, talking too much. Need a sip of water first. But here I start building the outline of the set, um, and struggling to find a piece or the element. I don't know what would be the best way to describe. Is it Lego bricks? Lego like I mean it's Lego bricks, right? But is it the piece that you're looking for, the element that you're looking for? What is the best word? I don't know. Let me know which one you think is a better phrase to describe this kind of uh, thing. And yeah, I think this is a really good use of this round piece to create the shape of the house you see in Animal Crossing. So there's so much good stuff going on. Um, and there's still quite a few variant of houses. They haven't yet released in any set. So we're really looking forward to what they're going to do with this theme later on. Let's assume that it's not going to be a one-off thing. I'm pretty sure they will. I'm pretty sure if they really want to maximize the profit, they probably will have a collectible minifigure series next year. I don't think they will do it like this year, because I think we all know the free um, minifigure line this year. One is already released, Series 25. One is already leaked, the space theme minifigures, and then the other one is still rumor, like nobody confirmed, but it's like from reliable source, and that is going to be a D&D themed minifigure. So I don't think they will have a fourth series. So most likely, either early next year, they might do a collectible minifigure. Like that's gonna be crazy. Like 12 characters. Who you gonna choose, right? Or maybe they would just have another wave with smaller sets, but with different villages. There's still like significant number of iconic characters have yet to make an appearance. Pretty sure that they have planned, but we'll see. We'll see what's gonna turn out in the next few years. And yeah, it's actually pretty cool building the house. Um, it's not overly complex, but yet it's not overly um, simple. That just the right mix of things. And I think Fine Two will definitely help you create a fully enclosed house. Whether you want to have it wide, I think in terms of the width, um, looking at looking from the front, I think uh, it's a pretty good scale. I think it's just more like, hey, if you want to build a full house, how much you want to extend. Because I think if you buy two set, you might not have enough element to have proper roof. That's the problem. So you might need to buy three again, in order to do something um, spectacular. So it's really depending on your budget and your spending power. And we're just building all the windows plain. Um, is one of the sell point here. It's actually on the box, kind of telling you, hey, you can actually customize the the sets, having different types of windows. And I think I missed a step in the previous page, but at least I notice it. So it feels like everything just happens at the same step, rather than, oh, I make mistake, I need to go back and fix a bunch of stuff. But it's good that I kind of noticed the mistakes early. Otherwise, um, you know, it would take me much longer to finish building this. Because it's not a big set, but it's not small either. I think in terms of the actual size, it's not that big. But just there are quite a few small pieces that need to pay attention on. I think I haven't built any set with this type of doors. Feels like is something new, um, but we'll see. It looks really nice so far. Um, Actually, it's telling me to switch back facing myself. Let's think. If I should move the instruction booklet a little bit here, that makes it easier for me. And just a few things to make it more stable, and then we can move on to the next one. And I think the next one will finish building this house. Can't wait to see what's gonna pack in the next bag. And then we're really close to getting this finished. This bag, and hopefully I'm making good progress. And the idea is to finish this tonight. Hopefully, it doesn't take me 3 hours. 2 hours probably it will, but I can always speed up if the build is not that complex. But so far, it's a fun build, and I think it looks really nice. Looking really good. Seriously, sometimes it's difficult to you don't actually see it like from video and photos. Sometimes it's just hard to express how great it is. That's why it's like, hey, if it's really good, rather than wait until the end and tell you, hey, you should get this out. I would say, even you're not a fan of Animal Crossing, I think it's so far worth you to buy at least one with um at least a building structure that you can build. There's some of the one with different location. You're gonna keep building simple stuff like that. Although it looks nice, but the houses are much uh, more uh, better. Well, not necessarily better, but the experience feel a lot more. Um, I don't know what's the right word to describe, but we actually finished back to the lots of spare pieces. To be honest, I did have a think about, hey, if I able to have some spare budget, maybe I should get the Japanese version, because Japanese version have Japanese writing on the packaging. Like most on the rest of the world, you only get the English version. I mean, the contents will be the same, it's just the packaging. But given that I do have the thoughts to make some modification to make it bigger, so if I can afford it, then definitely I would love to get and another copy of the same set, so just to try make something bigger. I mean, not like big, but more like a complete house. That's my intention. So, but then again, buying one, price is reasonable. Buying two, unless I stop um, buying some of set that on my wish list. Otherwise, I would not able to afford a second copy, at least right now. Let's hope I can do that before this retires, because definitely when this set retire, a sealed version, and especially a Japanese version, would probably be quite expensive, just because of it's a popular IP. Actually pretty good view as well. So, and if it's a Japanese version, means that it's not available globally, so the number of sets produced will be a lot less compared to the typical English version. So while I never encourage people to start investing in Lego, because uh, it's something for you to enjoy, and not just buy, not building it. While not encouraging investment, but you know more like, hey, if you can buy it now, just buy it, because otherwise uh, these sets will jump up in price quite significantly once it's retired. So yeah, better be early than late. It's like even the Jurassic World set that I built 2 days ago, that was actually a rare set, right? So the current market price, if you really want to buy one for uh, you know now, and new sealed in box, then the price is like 2 or 3 times more expensive than the original retail price, right? And if you try to buy it now, you often get really good discount. That's why, rather than wait for it for something like this is not going to like reprint and reprint and reprint. Once it's retired, or the licensing deal finished, then you will not able to get one easily, um, and because there's a demand for it, the price will be very high. And sometimes, at least for me personally, if I can pay something at 100, paying like, I think if it's just double the price, if it's rare and I really want, I would still probably pay for it. But if it's like 4 or 5 times the price, it's just ridiculous. And this is another interesting way on creating the smoke from the chimney using this, cloud piece, cloud element here. This is again also very cool. Um, okay, find the piece here, and then it will be on this side. So you see why you will probably need to have like or presets, or not just two to have a big house. If you want it to be, maybe 6 does more in depth, then it would the roof here, like you need to kind of build towards that. But you probably need to change a different style as well, because if you use this style and if you want to cover it up, then it gets too high and then you lose the look of the house that um, more close to the game. Because right now how it looks is actually very close to what you experience in the game. That's why uh, you know if you really want to build a fully enclosed one, there's some thinking that you will need to do, because there's certain things that you will need to change to keep the same vibe. Otherwise, yeah, you make a modification or make your own creation. It's more like your own um, house, your own something that you design on your own, rather than an extension of the 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 set or the house from the gate. Anyway, is building the uh, roof tile right now. So there are quite a few small pieces, but I think it's still way more uh, less demanding than some of the other creator expert sets I built so far. And I do feel a little bit sleepy though, um, but we're halfway there. But I really want to finish this today. So because I really want to talk about all the stuff more in depth. I mean, I already talking about it, but not necessarily able to show some of the really cool things that has been happening with this set. So that's why I'm really keen to share my thoughts as soon as possible. So we'll just try my best to finish this up. I think I'm making some good progress now, um, and then just need to be a little bit careful on applying the bricks. Then I think I'm good. And it's always fun to put tiles onto a plate. Uh, that's the ultimate enjoyment in building Lego. At least for me, having flat tile on a plate or on any piece, it's always I always find it fun and satisfying. Uh, I'm not sure if you feel the same. If you do, or if you do not, feel free to comment. Because all my videos, even some of them like really high retention and high views, the comments are not a common thing. So anyway, I think it looks really nice. The roof and how we're gonna apply to it. So there's still more to it. Hopefully we'll figure it out. And then yeah, so comments really just for a conversation, because I don't have that many. I usually reply all the comments that I have, unless it's clearly a spam one or something really mean. For mean comments, I usually just ignore them. Because what can you do about it? And, whatever that they try to say is, if it's not true, then even if it's true, then you just have to accept the feedback, right? Rather than, hey, feeling unhappy about those. Um, anyway, feeling thirsty again. I think at some point I might just walk in front to get more water. Hopefully, I don't have to do that. Um, but yeah, nearly done, and then we will start building the parts that I look for. Really looking for is the new Cranny. Although the interior is slightly different to what you see in the game. I think that might be the version that has not been upgraded yet. Uh, so imagine like they release a D2C level Nook's Cranny, right? Gonna and that won't be in a reasonable pricing. And it's really cool. Oh, okay, so this is how they do the roof. So they kind of have it here, and then this kind of just push it down. And then you can choose two types of windows. I think these are new pieces. I would opt in to have the brown one this time. Um, and this is actually pretty cool to have this, so you can customize it. Mm, that's pretty cool. And then we just add a little bit more vegetation or plants on the outside, and they do have like different types of flowers. So obviously, they will use existing element rather than create every unique element for each of the flower that you get from the game. So this is pretty cool so far, and I think okay. Yeah, I forgot. We still have to build the interior furniture. So, and here we are. We finished this. So we've got quite a few spare pieces. I think even the packaging is using the brown window. Of course, you can always just switch that over. And the next one, we've got some really cool printed element. It's the KK Bubblegum record. And it's all printed, and that is one of the more popular songs from the game. And it has a really nice print. To be honest, the printing quality is really good in 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 this theme so far. So very impressed. Um, definitely want to get a few more extra, but this won't be available from Pick a Brick because it's a license piece. Um, yeah, it's really nice. Have such interior details. Um, wonder what they will do, right? Because I think it would be cool, like having something like if anyone record the video theme, so you've got unique minifigure and all the record covers. Imagine, they pull a updated Lego video bandmates by Animal Crossing Villagers Series 1, and each of the villagers have one printed record for KK from KK the singer, and then one unique accessories that you often see in game. Right, that's gonna be insane. I would rather than just buy one box, I probably will opt in to buy two box if I can afford it. And then we've got a nice chair, and what are we building now? Okay, some interior plants. Okay, okay. I am getting a little bit sleepy. My eye is getting really heavy though. So hopefully I can finish building the Nook screen. And okay, it's just individual furniture and what? Okay, now we're building the bed. I wonder what's this bed. Uh, I wonder if it exceeds the DIY recipe. If you have played a game, you know what I'm referring to. If you haven't played the game before, I strongly recommend you do. I mean, not necessary. Like if you're into like fighting and adventures, then probably not your cup of tea. But if you're curious, I do recommend you try it out. Um, and hopefully, you don't get addicted to it and end up having like crazy game time on it. Although I haven't played like crazy like throughout the whole day, it just started playing during the lockdown period and haven't stopped since. Already finished collecting all the plants, bugs, and arts. All not the plants, but uh, the fish, the sea creatures, and also the bugs. Those completed like after a year because some of them are seasonal, and you don't really get those. Um, but the artwork is the hardest things to collect because the merchant red doesn't turn up every day, and every time it turns up, sometimes it just keep repeating having all the fake arts. So I only complete the artwork like late last year. That like three 3 years into the game. Anyway, hopefully, you know, the Lego set doesn't end up in that situation where I'm sure like if they follow the same rule in the Lego blind box, if you buy a whole box, then you will get one set. Imagine you don't just because it's Animal Crossing. They want you to grind before you can finish completing everything. That would be a nightmare, to be honest. But well, if you can afford it and have unlimited funds, that's a different question. But you know, only a few elite people have that privilege, right? So let's be realistic about it. And what are we building now? Okay, we've got the kitchen, the stove, the cooktop, whatever you want to call um the appliances. And how okay. Well, the grill and the stove. Is it the grill or is it? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Anyway, okay, there's an oven as well. In the oven, you can bake cupcakes. Yeah, so far looking really nice. And how? There's still one more thing to do. Okay, just a little coffee table with a coffee mug and a lamp, and it's a very simple way to create a standing lamp. Um, oops, and then yeah, that's pretty cool. You actually got the space, and it's up to you to decide how you want to set up the interior. So I really don't know. I'll just put whatever that I feel is correct. Well, feel it's fine. Maybe I'll do it this way, and then like this. Okay. Hmm. Okay. That's why I'm saying like we'll need to have do the in-depth look. Otherwise, it's very hard to actually show everything. And then we've still got the coffee table. Yeah, and that's pretty much finished building the first house. Okay, even all this, you could kind of adjust and kind of connect it differently. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's so many playable feature, not necessarily action features, but so far it's pretty good. So already finished one house, so we're gonna move on to Nook's Cranny. Only got 3 bags. I will move Rosie's house to just somewhere so I can make some space for myself to build the next house. And we get to build the minifigure of Tom Nook, and he's having the summer attire. Let's just say a shirt. I wonder if they going to release a person with or variant with the winter's outfit, but this it's going to be one of my favorite minifigure for a very long time, just because Tom Nook is a very interesting character, even in the game. It seems genuine, but at the same time, the things I feel he's quite dodgy. Anyway, but he's a really cool character, and this is an excellent minifigure. I really want to have like multiple of this torso. It's a really nice shirt, to be honest, but because it's dual molded, it kind of limit for him to wear. And of course, you can have a flash with the same flash color minifigure head to have that minifigure. And I forgot about his tail. I forgot that he's a raccoon or tanuki. I think tanuki is raccoon. Anyway, that they have tail, and it's a really cool minifigure. Man, this theme is phenomenal. And then before we start building shop, there are a few things to build on the side. Um, it's actually quite interesting that they kind of use the, the plates that it actually compatible with the Mario stuff. But whether you want to have a big ass Mario figure next to this, uh, it's up to you. But the whole connectivity thing kind of compatible with Lego Super Mario. That actually very interesting. Um, and there are lots of noises outside because there are people fixing the transformer outside. If you're not, well, I better not mention that, because if I mention too much, then you all know my actual locations. Better keep that secret. Uh-huh. So we start building the shop. I think for the how it works really well. I think for the shop it works really well. It works well as well, just because if you have played the game, um, the building are not necessary in scale. Uh, it's like it appears really small, but once you open it, like it's so spacious inside, especially the museum. I think it will be interesting how they're gonna tackle the museum, right? Because for house, except your own house, for the villagers' houses and Nook's Cranny, um, and also labels. Is it labels or fables? Whatever the clothes shops, they still kind of in scale, like how you see the exterior, and then how it appears in the interior. So they still appear um, in scale, but for the museum or even your own house, because you can expand it, then I think your own house still makes sense, the corners and stuff, but for the museum it's ridiculous. It's like you enter into a different dimension, because the entrance is really small, or the outside looks really small, but once you get inside, it's so spacious. You even have a um, state of art aquarium inside. That's why it will be interesting what they're gonna to do about um, having a museum set. I don't think they will do that, given that we already have a modular building, natural history museum, right? So I think what they're gonna do with it, probably more likely to be the exterior gonna look very similar to what you see in the game, and then they're gonna have a very miniaturized interior. That's what I think. But I think they would definitely, if it's a second wave, they probably will do the the clothes shops, uh, and probably some other unique housing design. Because right now all the house kind of the Western style, but if you have played the game, they're like Oriental style houses. They're various styles. Um, so can't really can't wait to see what Lego planning with this particular theme. So, and one thing that I think, unless Lego um, invent or do a new element, is that those doorway have both sides and they don't really have a door frame that you can fit. Um, two. They do have one, but that is a bit more narrow. Hence, you actually have two door frames. So in the middle, that you actually have something blocking you. It's not a bad thing. It's just a limitation that we have, right? Otherwise, they can always build the door with um, bricks rather than using the actual door. But then that means it will need more space and a lot more pieces, and yes, it might not fit some of the younger target audience. But good coloring so far, and here we are, and then we start building on the outside. I think we're progressing really well. I really like this set, to be honest. Um, Not like in terms of complexity and details, of course. Um, it's not going to beat some of the more um, detail and bigger, more expensive sets, right? But consider what you get from what it is. It's actually really good. You know, you can't expect like create an expert level of building experience, but the actual thing kind of really recreate what you've seen in games so well. That is the most impressive part. And even for Nook Cranny, from the box, it looks small, but actually, it's a really decent size shot. Makes a lot more sense compared to some of the Lego City stuff. So this is pretty cool. I really, really want to maybe buy at least one more copy to see if can make something that can connect to other buildings. This is really, really cool. I'm loving it. It's a really cool set, and it's nice with great minifigures. No stickers. What else you can ask more for, right? Yes, and it's a really great price. So even without going into the in-depth review, I was just going to recommend this set. Especially if you're a fan of the game, it's like a must-have. But Lego set in general, this is great. I I think I will keep repeating myself, telling how great this set is. I still got a few other sets on its way, but I don't think it will beat the same experience that I've got now, because this is truly unique and new for me. That's why it's feeling so good. Yeah, if you love the game and if you love Lego, go buy it now. Or maybe you should buy some of the set that I haven't built yet, and then you know we could not necessarily building together, but you could just play this on your TV, get a cup of coffee, and you start building the same set that I'm building right now. Um, Definitely try it. And if you want to make the video, then maybe I should play that video watching you building it while I'm building it too. But yeah, this is really great. And we only got two more bags to go. Hopefully outside the construction sound not catching into the mic too much. This is something unexpected. But well, what can I do about it, right? The only thing I can do about it is to finish the build as quickly as possible. because I can't tell the people outside to stop doing what they're doing. Um, Hopefully, because the mic is pretty close to my mouth, I will only capture. I think it will still capture some of the noises, but you know, really nothing much I can do about that. So I apologize if the audio have a little bit of noises. I really can't avoid it. This is this outside construction fixing stuff. Um, Hopefully, in the next few videos, this doesn't happen. Or I might need to change the location of me building a set, but this location kind of comfortable for me to build things and having a camera filming what I'm doing, and I can have a cup of water next to me as well. Yeah, I think for the house it looks great, and I think Nook Cranny, it can be a little bit deeper, but that's fine. So far it's looking great, and absolutely loving it right now. And then we just got 2 more bags to go. Let's just speed it up so I don't have to film it while having all these noises. The other solution I have is that maybe I should start building earlier, but then of course there's some other family duty that I need to deal with, so can't exactly start building this earlier. um, Hopefully all this um, construction kind of finish soon. Otherwise we have to endure this for the next few videos, which I really don't want, because if your audio is bad, then people just turn off, and it might um you know kind of cover my voice. Hopefully no, and I just check the mic, everything is okay. I mean, the other thing is just not talking and just do speed build video, right? That's another thing. But then if I do speed build, I lose the opportunity to have this conversation, so I rather continue with the current style. And then we've got bag number 5 finished, and we're moving on to bag number 6. And it's really loud. um, I think it's because I also have the window a little bit open, because otherwise it will be too hot, and that means that I'm gonna build and then I'm gonna sweat. I mean, it's still already a little bit sweating, but that's okay. So we've got quite a few small things that I need to finish. It's just the coloring. um, I think what you call this? I don't know what the name of this decoration, but it's just the decoration of the colors in front of the Nook's Cranny. It's a small view, and the noise is pretty annoying. Really wish they don't have those noises outside, but really can't help. Nothing much I can do about that. I can complain to the council that they shouldn't make such loud noise. I mean, it's anyway. Hopefully, once I go edit, well, not necessary, because all the video is quite raw and not much editing. But I still check the audio, so when I go import and try to upload the video, that I will know how bad the audio is. Um, it's really a shame. I really don't want this to happen, but well, nothing much I can do about it. And then we have to build 2 of this. Yeah, the shades are outside Nook's Cranny, so I will just do this not simultaneously, but one step at a time, rather than finish the whole thing. Then I can do, because again, I already mentioned it in my earlier videos, having similar features is that it, it's a lot easier to build at the same time, rather than you build one and then you need to go back. The experience is different. Like it feels more repetitive if you finish one and then do another one, but if you do it all together, it feels less repetitive. So if you are having a Lego set with lots of things that's very similar that need to repeat a few times. Try do it this way because it actually will make your building experience much more well, I'll say interesting rather than repetitive. Well, how about say, hey, less repetitive? That would be the right words. And because it's a small thing, I keep looking at and focusing on the build, so I haven't been looking at you. But that's okay. It's like, I just want to finish the build, so the noise kind of come down a little bit. That's good. Hopefully they're not peeking in into see me what am I doing. I haven't got here curtain fully down because can't if I have the curtain fully down the air not able to come in. But yeah, anyway, we only got so after we finish building this this bank, I think we'll move on to the interior features, and then that will be the end of the build. And it's looking really nice. Absolutely loving it, and I'm so happy that you know it's quite. I mean, it's not uncommon to have some sets to be available early, but available this early usually only happen in the U.S., not necessarily in New Zealand. But this time, uh, you know, things kind of come out early. Just a little bit sad the polybag it wasn't out because that would be as I mentioned, it's a must-have character if you love the game, right? So just a little bit sad, but otherwise it's all good because other parts made up, and yeah, I can't wait to build the other Animal Crossing set. This set is great. I think if you want to build a bigger one, then you probably need to have 2 level. But anyway, I don't have that spare, so I just need to follow the instruction. And what do we need to do? And just flip over. Is it? Okay, okay. Yep, flip over. Oops, not this way. Thank you. This way. And then we kind of flip it back. Put this in so we can put Nook's Cranny print. Yeah, this is great. How many times I said this is a great set, and then we've got the printed Nook's Cranny logo as well. So this is awesome, really awesome. And then we just need to hook this into the clip, and then we have the roof is nicely done. I think if you want to have a fully enclosed one, then you just need to get another level and then have the other side. That will be a really small one though, so you might want to expand it a little bit. So yeah, the thing is, by 2 set, you will just not have enough element for the roof. Other parts, okay, but not the roof. And then we've got pack number 7. There are lots of spare pieces. To be honest, there's so many of them. And there's one other very unique printed element here, which is the a sack of bells. So they use the typical Lego piece, but a new color with a print. Unfortunately, I think this is the only set with this. So if you want to have many bags of the bells, you have to buy many of this because I'm pretty sure this will not be available from Pick a Brick. Even it will probably be a mistake and for a very short time. So you have to get online very quickly, otherwise it will like sell out quick. Just because it's good for the resellers. Yeah, nowadays buying toys, right? The stress is so high because it's not just about the cost of it kind of increase, but there's like scalpers, and just because the aftermarket is so lucrative, well, only on paper, because again, as I mentioned lots of times, it's like only makes sense if you're able to sell it. Otherwise, it's just number. Anyway, and this is printed as well. It's crazy, like how many elements are printed and new, right? It's like, this is insane, because normally you only get this in junior set and with a high price, like higher than normal price. But this set, great pricing, no stickers, excellent build. What else can you ask for? So I haven't built the other set yet, but my gut feeling is telling me, if you can only get one set, of course, if you're a fan of the game, then you probably want to have like all the minifigures. But let's say, if you can only afford one set uh, from the wave, um, this will be the one to get, I think, because this is really good. And even the recycling box is also printed. Like, I wish this happened to like the other licensed sets, right? Because it would be so cool. But other set will probably be more expensive, I guess. Okay, and this is great. And what else? And then we need to build the stuff inside. We turn it around, add a little bit of flowers. Yeah, I think, given the what you experience in the French botanical garden, because there's so many different plants and flowers that able to kind of recreate with small bricks. You might able to do it, even you don't have the flower piece for to create some of the different types of flowers that you've seen in the game. And then we've got a display area and some tiles on the floor. So these are things that you can't customize. I mean, even for the game, right? It's like, because this is not your house, so you can't really do much customization. So that makes sense. Um, but I guess you might, that it looks like this is the not the final upgrade version of Nook's Cranny, so you might able to just kind of modify the interior to be closer to the final update of Nook's Cranny in the game. Um, and to be honest, this stream hasn't specifically say is Animal Crossing New Horizon, so not necessarily everything is based on um, the newest game. So so I haven't played the earlier ones, so I can't tell if some of the reference from earlier games. But here we are. And we've got, what's this? Is it a radio or something like that? I can't tell what it is, but looks interesting. And then, yeah, it does feel like kind of radio. No, is it a TV? No, I think it's a radio or some kind of remote control stuff. So I don't know what it is, but it will be placed here. And then we've got the cashier. Now the cashier have one bell, which, because there's a run tile printed, they do give you one extra. I wish they gave me a few extra of this. But anyway, money is good. Uh, Hopefully, there's some other set with this one as well, so you may able to get a few more bells to to buy the stuff in game. Um, it's funny they use PayWave the one. Oh, you see here is a different plant, which is good. I think this is new because I don't think this piece has a closed loop before anyway. Oops. Let's make sure that it doesn't fall apart. Okay, and then what's next? The brush and shovel. Unfortunately, they use the standard Lego shuffle, so that not much you can do about it. Because you can customize different shovel in the game, but of course you won't be allowed to do that because this minifigure, so they have to have something that they can hold it kind of in proportion, right? So unless Lego make a new mold for for the shovel and X, and then that's the best they can do, to be honest. And then we have the fridge, or just the drawer, and few more prints as well. So there's so much cool printing in this set. Got the I wish rather than having a flat tile, like using the slopey one, makes more sense, as this is the fish, what's that, the food, fish food. And then we've got the flower seeds. I think if you use the slope one, it will not fit into the the shelf, or in this case the shelf. Otherwise they will need to build a custom shelf, which will be bigger, and then you don't have the space for it, and and then print it, the DIY. So I wonder what DIY is gonna be. um Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. We've got the flower pot, and that's it. We've got Nook's Cranny done, and yeah, it's really nice looking set. I think then it just kind of tells you, hey, you can connect to the other set in various way, which we will go through when we do the in-depth look, or the review of this set. Because I think, given that I bought the full waves, and I already saw some of the more recognized content creator, having creating content to show how everything looks combined together. But I'll wait for the opportunity once I got everything built to do that. But yeah, this is really great. You can see here, like, let's just move the spare piece around, and you can see here it's looking great. You've got the additional parts that you can connect together with a orange tree, and excellent mini figure as well. So look, very happy with the end result. Can't wait to do the in-depth look or the review. Hopefully I will do the filming tomorrow night, and if the editing is quick, then you will see the in-depth review very soon. And that's it for me, and I need to go up and take some rest. And very happy and very excited, and can't wait to build the other Animal Crossing set in the next few days.